A very important data structure is a list. So what is a list? Well, here's the numbers between 0 and 9. This is a list of digits. We have to-do lists, shopping lists, list of names, checklist, a wish list, a list of ingredients. These are all lists that you're familiar with. List of ingredients. Here's a list of countries. Here's a bucket list, meaning a list of things that you want to do before you die. Here is a list of lists. So a list is a collection of items. In Python, we can have a list of integers, a list of floating point numbers, floats, a list of strings, list of characters. Here's a list of items. We have strings, we have integers, and we have floats. Here's an empty list. Here's a list of lists. The important thing to notice here is lists are in square brackets, and in a list of lists we have all the lists in square brackets surrounded by a pair of square brackets. So what's the catch? That seems a bit too straightforward and easy. So you can access the items, the elements in a list by the index. So let's have a look at that. Here's my list. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, all uppercase. Now we're going to look at the first element in my list, or we're going to look at my list, square brackets 1, and the output is B. My list 4, output E. My list 5, output F. And if we print my list 0, the output is A. So that's not what you expect. Confused? Well, here's an analogy. An elevator. In America, the ground floor start at 1. The next floor up is 2. Next floor 3, then 4, then 5. So you start off on floor number 1. In Europe, the ground floor is called the ground floor and is 0, if you like. And then the next floor up is floor 1. And the next 2, the next 3, the next 4. So either system is nice and straightforward, but if you don't know which one, are you on the second floor or the third floor? So it's a bit confusing. The list starts at 0. So let's have a look at that. We've got the list of 5 letters H, E, L, L, O. So the letter at 0 is H, and then E, L, L, O at 1, 2, 3, 4. So my list 0, we can change that. In a list you can change the elements. So if we change the first element to Y, now we have yellow. In this example we have A, B, C, D, E, F, uppercase. We're going to change the first element, 0, to lowercase a, and the fourth element, which we put 3 in square brackets, equals lowercase d. So now we have lowercase a, B, C, lowercase d, E, F. So we can change elements by using the index. Let's have a look at some code. Here's an empty list. We can just use empty square brackets, or we can use the term list with round brackets. That creates an empty list. If we want to print a list, we can just print it, print its name, which is straightforward. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and the output is 1, 2, 3. Print each element. So this is just a for loop. You can just print that. Print number in the list. The output is 1, 2, 3. Or we can give the list a name and then say for num in and then the list name. Print them 1, 2, 3. We can print an element using the index. Print numbers 2. Output 3. Print my numbers 0. Output 1. So what terms did we look at? We had a collection of items called a list, an empty list, which is a list with no items in it, a list element is one of the items in that list, and the list index, which is the location of the element, and the first element is accessed by 0, not 1. So the example, my list, square brackets with 0 inside, will be the first element inside the list. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to have a look at what we've covered before. At the beginning we looked at what you needed to get started, looked at starter pack, downloading, installing, the IDLE and some variables. Then we looked at if statements using logic, and now we've completed loops. Okay, if you have any ideas what you'd like to see next, then please leave us a comment. If you haven't before, please subscribe, and thank you for watching. See you for the next video.